Ladies Lounge. I'm your host, Erica Kane, the big one, not the little one. And today we have a special little something for y'all today. As y'all remember, this is Jazz. And down there on the end is her husband, Big Rock. And so, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, tell you what they do, how you can find them, how you can reach them, and then I'm gonna get into our topic for today.
Hey y'all, I am Jassica. You can find me on Instagram at Jassica. You can, and that's all you can find me on, because I ain't on Facebook.
You on TikTok, baby?
I am on TikTok. I don't know my name on TikTok. Type in Jazz Effect, y'all. It'll pull up. I'm a salon owner. I also have a bartending company. Me and my husband, we do a couple of little business ventures every now and again. And that's pretty much it about myself. You gonna eat the M&M's or introduce yourself?
I'm at the M&M.
Boy, tell me, see for who you are.
These M&M good.
We ain't got all day.
All right, I'm Rob Webb. You can find me on Facebook, Robert Webb. I'm on Instagram, Webb's Auto Detail. I do a little detailing, I do a little promoting. I do a little this and I do a little that, But you can follow me on Instagram. You can see all my stuff. Everything I do, go add me. Robert Webb on Instagram. Webb the CEO. We got? The Sophisticated Sips. Mm-hmm. We got the Webb's Auto Detail. Mm-hmm. So I just do a little razzle-dazzle.
Okay, they didn't introduce themselves. And, lately we seeing all these celebrities separate, get back together, and now everybody's saying it's been the block season. Especially with Ashanti and Nelly, they look so happy. They just make you want to love, don't they?
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
So
Erica and Scrappy back together too.
Yeah, I see.
They're not.
On that, I'm kind of confused because
they say they not back together. I think
then
they
said
fun.
They got married the other day.
I think one of his friends, is like making a joke because he said something about it. He was like, "Stop lying to these people, bro."
See, that's with them. They play too much. I'm not like Robert be doing.
I think
on
they
Facebook
go.
With y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe.
And that's exactly why I'm not on Facebook.
Sorry.
Y'all can have it with him.
I was like, I don't know if they really back together. I don't know.
I don't know, but they cute. Whatever they doing, they look happy.
They look happy. They marketing. Maybe they about to come out with a reality show. I don't know.
Could be.
They marketing.
They look happy though.
Yeah, they do. And I'm glad they had a good co-parenting stage. But I often say it's weird to see great co-parenting and the child is grown. That's a whole different conversation. But what we on, y'all? Let me stay focused because I rambles. So everybody's like, it's been the block season, but these two right here, they were together. They took some time apart. Now they're back together and married. And I think that a lot of people jump to conclusions about when you should spin the block and how, and since this is a successful spin the block, we would like to know how that looked like. What was their journey like?
So, wow. I've been knowing him since I was 18. I'm 36. I've been dating him since I was 8. Well, I started dating him when I was 18. We had a kid. We lived together. All the adult shit before I was ready. Okay, so that it didn't work. We split up. We beefed like a couple of years, y'all. Like I'm talking about like Crips and Bloods. You hear me? It didn't matter who was who. We was. Okay. It was terrible. Like for real. It was crazy. So we had our baby daddy, baby mama years for sure. But eventually we just kind of started to begin to talk and just become friends.
And it was just natural too, though. It was natural.
It's like it's somebody you've been dealing with your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like you've seen them in every phase, literally in every phase of their life. Every single phase. In their worst and best moments. Like you've been there. Whether it's been on the back end personally, on the front end as family. Like, because we got a baby. At the end of the day, we family. So, if you would have asked me a couple years ago, would I thought that I would be here with him, I would have told you no.
Right. Hell no.
We didn't. It wasn't a hell no, but it was just like, nah, I know him. Like, I know him. I know what y'all don't know. I've seen the parts of him that y'all haven't seen. Even people that he's been with. Like, I just know him beyond so many other things than being in a relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of the glue too, because you know who you dealing with. So he flirt. He a flirt. He is the biggest flirt I know. Okay, so he gonna flirt. He flirted a lot, and I used to brush him off, and then I just started flirting back. So I was single and shit. I was having fun. He really wasn't supposed to be on no shit like that. He was gonna be my little when I pull up in town and I want to be on some bullshit. I'm gonna call him to be on my bullshit. Like I had made up in my mind that that's how it was gonna go if it ever went there. But
Bullshit got you.
bullshit, the best of the bullshit. My mama was like, that's what you get. You thought you was finna be coming back and forth, sneaking and geeking. Yeah, you left with a baby, did you? I did. I left with a baby. And I mean, it's been, but spinning the block too, you do know who you dealing with. So it's just like, it's not everything, not all peaches and cream. So don't get it fucked up. Don't be like you think you finna spin it, it's finna be yeah. Now some days I'll be ready to listen, motherfucker. And I'll be ready to get, but I just know how to deal with them too, and vice versa. And it's still learning. We still learning and learning each other now as adults, because like I said, I was so young then. He was so young then. It was so many years apart as opposed to together. So we're still in the learning process as well. So, and that could be whatever you make it really. So when you ready to spin the block, first things first, you got to understand exactly who you dealing with.
Right, because people don't be knowing who they deal with. Like you could be infatuated with a person just because you see them on Facebook and you finally meet them. You don't know how to deal with them in their different seasons. Like when a person going through depression, you don't know how to deal with them. When somebody pissed off, you don't know how to deal with them. When somebody died, like anything, like you gotta know how to deal with people. Like you think you like people, but when you really get them, can you handle them though? You know what I mean? Motherfucker be like, oh, she's so fine, or he's so fine. When you get them, then you don't know how motherfucker lose. A motherfucker could be rich and they lose all their money. You don't know how to deal with them broke. You know how to deal with them rich, but you don't know how to deal with them broke.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I think with social media, everybody get this snapshot of people, but they fantasize what their snapshot is. They make it bigger.
The idea of what
but not even just really seeing a little snapshot of somebody. And most people gonna show you the best light because that's what they there for. So
it's social media, you can be whoever you want to be.
Exactly.
You can be anybody.
And, I think this is an issue. I try to stay away from social media trying to date people, like, because people already got in their mind who you are by your content.
And even like dating over the years, like when we and him, we sit down and we talk and we have discussions. I shake my head sometimes at the way he think that shit is because it's like, who the fuck you been dealing with? And you know what I'm saying? And he shake his head at me because like, that's not realistic how you think. You know what I'm saying? He be like, bitch, don't nobody think like that but you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, like I stand on what I talk about, and it's everybody behind me that can vouch for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just rare. Like, it's just rare, and I be looking like, nigga, like what? What were you talking about? Like who does that? And it's just certain morals and standards that I have and I stand on that it's still to this day for him to just kind of really accept and be like, damn, for real. Because of how shit been playing, how one thing for sure, it's easy. It's easy to cheat. It's easy for a person to do everything outside of in home, what they got in the house for a man and for a woman.
Yeah.
That shit easy. The hard part is staying true to some shit. The hard part is honoring some shit. The hard part is being loyal to something. That's the hard part, but that's the solid part.
Right.
And it's a lot of people that's really not solid. So you have to take in play that all these years that you've been separated from somebody, they've been dealing with these type of people, and they, in a sense, even become these type of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work, but you gotta want this shit too. Like, you really gotta want it. You gotta see past all of that. Like he said, you gotta see past all the glitz, the glimmer. You gotta see past all of that shit and really just get down to like, okay, this is what I really want this person. This is what I'm gonna add to their life. And it ain't all about finances. Cause take all that shit away. Who are you?
Now. Come on.
Who are you? Like, take
Come
all.
on now.
I was with him with literally he ain't had shit.
Come on.
I ain't had shit. But I never ever said, oh, you ain't got shit, or you can't do this. It's always been, if I got it, my house got it.
I know this.
Like, it ain't, it's just never been a discussion. We didn't even know that we didn't have shit.
Right.
Like, we never had problems in that. We had other problems in other areas. We didn't know that. Our house was like the house. You know what I'm saying? I cooked all the time. We did shit all the time. Like, we didn't know that shit. We didn't know that. So it's like, you really have to be able to deal with people beyond anything, that, like, in every aspect and phase of their life. And you really have to be ready to accept the shit that you think you got, and you ain't got it. You ain't got it. You don't know. But you got to be ready to go through that. You really do. So no matter how much money you have, no matter how much success you have, that none of that matters realistically.
So my question is, Robert, was this a conscious decision? Like, in my mind, I feel like men always lead shit. So was it like, I'm gonna get Jazz back in your head, or?
It really wasn't though. Like, we was just on chill. Like, I was just at the house chilling one day, and then she just hit me up like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "What's up?" And then she,
He lied.
yeah, but hold on. I'm leaving the details out, but I'm just kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm leaving all the little.
He ain't trying to keep something to y'all too.
Yeah. So she was like,
that at
"What's
all,
up?"
but-
And I was like, "What's up?" And then she was like, "What's up?" So I had called her. It was like hours had passed. Do you tell the rest of it? Cause I'm sure like vague, like.
Cause what is you talking about?
So it wasn't planned at all. It was just like it happened. Cause like she said, like we had built a friendship. Like, you know, we was beefing and then we became friends, like real friends. Like we was able to talk on the phone, talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We just chop it up. And it wasn't like we might have flirted, but it was more on the friend. It was 99% friendship and then the 1% flirting. But
Yeah.
so we could talk about anything. And then she came to town and, you know, it was just like, "What's up? I want to cut her." And I'm thinking like,
He thought I was sweating because he used to be like, "You gonna spend a night with me?"
you know how like on cartoons, like
you.
you know how like Tom and Jerry, like Jerry would be trying to catch Tom and then he finally catch him. He don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So she called me. I'm like, what? Okay. So a couple hours passed by. She didn't pull up. I called her. I'm like, "What's up?" "Nah, boy, I was just playing. Woo. I'm like, "Man, come on." So she ended up coming. One thing led to another. You know, then boom, we here with a baby.
And a marriage.
Real quick, like,
And a marriage.
yeah, all of that. So, you know.
Oof. That is it did. It kind of just really took place just like the end part, like it just really was like And so then he got to saying all this stuff, "I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that," and I'm like, and we just used to be talking. But he gotta held his word, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Kinda.
Okay. Okay. So more so did not. So it's easier to deal with the not shit because there's so much that did happen that the other shit, it makes it easier to kind of deal with the extra, because you know the extra stuff is gonna come.
Yeah. So, do y'all still? How do y'all handle? Do y'all ever still face the issues that y'all had prior when y'all dated before now? And how do y'all handle those issues? Because I think that would be that's the reason why I can't spin a block with somebody, because I ain't forgot the shit now.
I had a no spin the block rule.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, any girl he ever dated or anything, like, I'm like, we got a kid, y'all, but I ain't the bitch that y'all to worry about. I ain't the one to worry about. I swear to God, I ain't the one to worry about. I ain't touching him with nothing, not a 10-foot pole, not even your coochie. I ain't fooling with him. That's your man. That's my son, daddy. Your man. This is a difference. So, of course, like, I had to show him, too, like, who I am outside of, you know, we did shit. Fuck it, he cheated. Back in the day, he cheated like a motherfucker, and I was young. I ain't had no understanding. Like, bitch, you what? Lick back in the face. I mean, a lick. The ones you don't see, I'm getting my lick back. And but when I get it back, you gonna be the first one to know, and that's what I did. When I got my lick back, did you know?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Is this the crime?
That's the.
Is this the crime?
Yeah, it's a crime.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
crime.
if y'all follow Robert, he definitely talks about a woman breaking his heart, and he cried, and you was the cry.
Because I did. How he did it, he was like a makeup thing. He was trying to make up to me. But at that point, I had it made up in my mind. It was over. I don't care what you do. I'm still free to go do this. Like, even after I'm done, if you want to do this, we can still do this, but I'm going to do this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you done got me too many times. Now the time is mine. I mean, he had the dinner, the love letter on the mirror, the bubble bath, the candles.
It don't even matter no more.
You don't want to talk about it.
It don't even. No, I'm just saying.
I drunk that.
No, at that point, it don't matter.
I ate that dinner. Yeah. I took that bubble bath, put my lingerie and dress on, and I said, "Shit, I'm finna go." And he said, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, bitch, you had me messed up. Like, nah, you never thought that way." And it just happened at the perfect time to me. But like now, at this big old age, what I would say to my 21-year-old self: don't go fuck for fuck with a nigga. Cause
they gonna out fuck you.
That ain't gonna do nothing for you. It ain't gonna do nothing for you. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna be the best version of me to you until I'm done. And when I'm done, then I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that energy in me. I'm not about to. The biggest flex I have is my loyalty and how solid I am to my husband. It's not a woman, it's not a man that's gonna tell you no different. And I stand on it. So that's my biggest flex to myself. Being able to remain true to me no matter what the fuck me and him got going on. No matter what problems may occur. He done did some bullshit this time, but I have days and I have my ways. I do. I have days and I have ways, and I be like, fuck this. But then, you know, it's the other shit too. It's like, if his attitude was fuck me, then I probably would be like, all right, I'm gone. But his attitude is never that. His attitude is always like, hold on, wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. This shit ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a little girl no more either. So it's like, now you gonna have to show me that shit ain't worth it. You really can't tell me nothing. So he know I don't wanna hear that shit. So his thing is to always constantly prove like it's you. No matter what. Like it's you. And if every day you wake up to show that, you know, you gotta find out, know that it's some truth somewhere, but at the end of the day too, like, we live in a dog world, because women, I see it for myself.
But then,
women that speak to me and then go inbox my husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really make it easy. Women make it easy. And guys do too. They'll see me out with my husband and wink. You know what I'm saying? Like, but shit, nigga, please, you never fucking thought I was gonna wink back. You think I'm gonna make him look like that in front of you? You crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that ain't how I get down. So it's still like every day it is a challenge, but you gotta choose. It's also a choice and a decision you get to make. We ain't slow. We ain't kids. You either gonna choose this or that. And I'm like this. You can choose that. I ain't gonna fight that. Just leave me out of it. I'm not in the business of fighting a woman about my man and my man about no woman. Because if I got to do all that, you ain't mine. I ain't in that business. So I'll be like, here, baby, go do you. Leave me alone. I'm straight. So we still face things of that nature, but it's how we kind of work on it and kind of get through that. So it's like we look at us as bigger than this issue.
So even with spinning the block though, like we had to have the uncomfortable conversations.
Heck yeah.
We had to sit down and talk about it. Like, you know, men don't be wanting to talk about all this shit though. Like we be like, man, I ain't worried about that though. But we gotta sit down and we gotta have them conversations. Like, if we don't have that conversation, then how can we move forward if we don't have it? Cause y'all still gonna be on some. Well, remember, woo.
Yes.
But if we talk about it, that remember it ain't gonna be that hard to talk about. You know what I mean? So you got to have them uncomfortable conversations, get past whatever it was that split y'all up, and then move forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he was scared of the uncomfortable conversations at first.
Yeah.
He was, and I'm like, what? Boy, what are we doing then? If we can't talk about this, what are we doing? Like where we going with this? What are we doing? So I had to tell him like, it's okay. I can talk about it. I'm past it. I'm healed. I'm all right. Like it's nothing that you can tell me that happened or even explain to me, because sometimes when we feel like, oh, he cheated for nothing. Nah, bitch, do a reality check. Look yourself in the mirror. It was for something. You may not want to say it was for nothing, but it's always something. Whether it be that argument, whether it be that nonchalantness, whether it be your disregard to somebody's feelings, like it was always something. Now, as an adult, I already said that it's up to him to, to address that and speak, because sometimes what we find easier to do is, I'm finna call Tom. I'm finna call Kim. I'm finna call Patrick. You gotta call somebody else to confide in about your partner, when you can pull them to the side and be like, hey, I don't like this. This ain't working. Don't go call nobody. This bitch ain't folding these clothes again. No, motherfucker, tell me that I just walked out the room. Like, don't go. So that's another problem that we have, instead of addressing problem, because sometimes we don't even know it's a problem. How am I supposed to know you had a problem with that if you never addressed it with me? But you done went and sat and pillow talked with this person about me, about something I don't even know what's going on. So now we got a problem in our house and I don't even know about it. Everybody around, like, I don't like that.
Everybody but you know.
Everybody but me know.
Yeah, your mate got to know what the situation is.
Yeah, you got to talk about stuff that I don't want to hear, that I ain't fold these clothes. But shit, go and tell me so I can fold them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to. So, it's spinning the block it's some work, because you're dealing with a new person, but
you are, but you're not.
The root of it all is still, this is the same person.
This is the same person. Okay. So look at here. We got a successful spin the block here. What I gained from this was have the uncomfortable conversations that led the breakup in the first.
Yes. Be
friends. I'm looking at the wrong. Be friends. You got bear with me. I ain't drunk none today.
They prayed up together. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and y'all gotta be able to come to a mutual understanding and be past whatever triggered the breakup or separation.
Yep.
You gotta do that. That's probably the hardest thing for me. Yes. I'm still on no spin the block, but it works sometimes. Sometimes it works.
I was a big no spin the blocker.
I'm still, but I'm happy for my friend and his wife. He's so much. I already told you, it's a difference.
Everybody
see.
tell me that. Like,
It's a
people I don't know
difference in
say
him
that
now.
to me.
Yeah,
And I'm
for
like,
real.
what
It
y'all, what was he
is.
out here
And so-
doing? What was you doing, Unc?
Well, we gotta wrap this segment up. Thank y'all so very much for coming. So, ladies, take a heed. Is it really worth spinning the block now?
Know your person.
Know your person.
No matter what block you spin.
Okay.
New one or old one. You better-
Exactly. And this goes past just relationships, friendships, family. You
Yes.
gotta know who
Right.
you're dealing with,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
intent behind. But I will catch y'all again. I love y'all. Erica Kane, the big one, not the little one.
Yeah.